What's up guys, back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video we're finally going over should you summon for the new character Lingsha. She's going to be the next banner coming out on Honkai Star Rail along with Topaz. We will get into Topaz in a separate video because I mean obviously Lingsha deserves her own video. Come on now. Now, I've been seeing some people saying she is a side grade to Gallagher, and there's no point if you have E6 Gallagher. So, this video, we're going to go over her kit, and we're going to see if that's really true, or if people are just capping. Now, from what I've used her, she seems pretty fun and pretty damn good, especially covering some starts. She's covering some spots that Gallagher can't. And you might be wondering, wait, how did you use this unit? She's not out yet. Are you like are you doing like, are you in a creator server, a beta, or are you like hacking the game? Like what is it, And that's just actually a simple answer. She's actually playable in this event. If you didn't know, in the Luminary War Dance event, you can actually use Lingsha early. Yes, you can use it early in the Dreamscape training, even after you've beaten the event. All you have to do is go to the Yanqing one, and go to proceed to challenge, and what's this? Interesting, Linkshia. Funny enough, I was gonna do a video saying I used Linkshia early for a little funny haha video, because she actually became available day one of the patch. And it's funny, even funnier, her whole kit details are available. Also, shout out to using the Gallagher light cone. Yeah, her traces, so we can see our bonus traces, all her skills. We can see her dupes. They just decided to throw it out and let us have it. So it's really funny when they posted the info. I was like, okay, um, most people who played the new event and played the story, well, they're kind of like the same thing, right? I feel like this event is very, I wouldn't say linked completely to the story, but it's like you got to do the event, bro. It's like really the bow on the present. I'm forgetting the actual analogy. Like the ribbon, whatever. You know what I mean? Of the whole patch. But yeah, you can use Lingsha early. It's really funny, right? Uh, so there's that. If you want to test her out yourself to see if you want to summon them, to be fair, she's going to be inflated because you get a bunch of buffs on this one, like break damage take combined damage targets by 50%. You get like action advance, you get buffs and stuff. So she's gonna be inflated. But if you wanted to see a comparison between her and Gallagher, then that would be a-okay. But don't use her and be like, oh my god, she hit so hard, I need to summon, and be like, oh well, what the hell, she's not hitting nearly as hard. It's because of this, right? Now, obviously, we got to go over her kit. Now, one thing I will say going into this is Gallagher's issue, right? He does good with lowering the enemy's toughness bar. He does a good job of increasing break damage. So all she really has to do is improve break damage and then either do more toughness damage, which she's not going to, spoiler, or be better at healing than him, because one of Gallagher's issues, if you get into a sort of a tough spot and Gallagher is going to attack, you have no emergency heal. What I mean by emergency heal is a way to heal your characters when they are either about to get hit or they potentially going to die to a dot. He has nothing on that. Characters who have an emergency heal are going to be someone like Natasha, Lynx, Fushuan, Adventuring, if you have E1, has sort of that because he has the shield. Jeopard has that with his ult. Bailu, pretty much characters who are able to ult or provide a backup heal, which, funny enough, we'll get into that in a second. So as long as she has that, then I can see her as a good upgrade to Gallagher, kind of covering his faults, because they do happen. There's many times where the enemy has attacked and Gallagher literally just can't do anything, because like he can't stop them from attacking because he doesn't have his ult. He does slightly heal when you ult and then action advance. However, if the enemy has multiple attacks, so let's say someone like Kafka right now in MOC, if she attacks and then you're like, oh crap, this character took a ton of damage, let me heal them. Gallagher can't do anything. He can ult, yeah, sure, but he isn't going to be able to get that extra attack and to heal the team slightly because the enemy is still moving and it's an action advance, right? However, if you use someone like Jeopard ult, it'll give you the shield right when you ult, even though the enemy is currently in between their multiple attacks, and then you're good to go. I think that is very important to have in a healer slash sustain character in some sort of way, because there's so many times where I've been saved by that, and so many times where if I had it, I wouldn't have died. It wouldn't have either like lost a fight, or maybe I got an MOC run, zero cycle because the enemy killed me, or maybe they stunned me, whatever it may be, right? Whatever you need to save yourself from, having an emergency heal or sustain-esque option is very nice. Now, let's get into our kit. We've yapped young enough. So, skills. Basic attack, 100% of her attack. Shocker, I know, everyone has that. Then her skill deals fire damage equal to 80% of Lingsha's attack to all enemies, and at the same time restores HP equal to 40% of Lingsha's attack plus 420 for all allies. Fuyun's action advances by 20%. Now, Lingsha has a summon kind of like Lightning Lord and Numby and all them, and it heals you when it acts. So action advance by 20% is pretty nice. Then her ultimate inflicts Befog on all enemies. While Befog, targets receive 25% increased break damage lasting for 2 turns. Deals fire damage equal to 150 of Lingsha's attack to all enemies, and at the same time restores HP equal to 12% of Lingsha's attack plus 360 for all allies. And then Fuyun's action advances by 100%. Now Gallagher does similar things. On his ult, he gets Besotted, which where is it? Besotted state makes targets receive 12% more break damage. Now the difference between these two is 12 and 25. That is more than double, which is pretty nice. They do last for the same amount of turns though, so I will say there is that, right? Then we have the talent, which when using a skill summons Fuyun with initial speed of 90 and an initial action count of 3. When taking action, Fuyun launches a follow-up attack dealing fire damage equal to 7% of her attack to all enemies. Additionally, deals fire damage equal to 75% of Lingsha's attack to a single random enemy. And this damage prioritizes targets that have both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness. Dispels 1 debuff from all allies, restores HP equal to 12% of Lingsha's attack plus 360. Fuyun's action count can accumulate up to 5. When the action count reaches 0 when Lingsha is knocked down, Fuyun disappears. While Fuyun is on the field, using skill can increase Fuyun's action count by 3. Now what's really cool about this is you can actually activate this when Lingsha is like frozen, stunned, or whatnot. So let's say you get stunned as Lingsha, right? And you're like, oh crap, I'm screwed. Because you could use the ultimate to action advance Fuyun to cleanse, right? Which can be a bit jank. I will say Gallagher definitely has the better cleanse. It is only for one ally on Gallagher, but with Lingsha it is AoE, but you have to wait. There's a balance to this, right? But the Dispel debuff is so nice because it'll activate when she's frozen, stunned, whatever. Unlike Lightning Lord, who, for some reason, they don't like him and he just can't attack. So that's a big W. Hopefully Lightning Lord gets an update like that because, man, he needs it. And then her technique is, after using a technique, immediately summons Fuyun at the start of the next battle and inflicts Befog on all enemies lasting for 2 turns. AKA, you just get like her ult for free almost, which is pretty damn nice. Then her bonus traces are when Fuyun is on the field and any allied character takes damage or consumes HP, character on the team has their current HP percentage lower than or equal to 60%, Fuyun will immediately launch the talent's follow-up attack. This does not consume Fuyun's action count. This effect can trigger again after 2 turns. This is a pretty good, hello cat, this is a pretty good backup heal, because if you get low on HP or to take a big hit and you're like, oh crap, like the enemy might kill me the next attack, it'll just immediately attack, which is what I'm saying. If the enemy attacks multiple times in a row and you can't action advance, Fuyun, don't care, boom, heals. And since it is the talent follow-up attack, you will actually get the cleanse from it, which is pretty damn nice. Also, my cat is screaming, so I have to let him out. All right, cat has been pleased. So this allows you to have a backup heal within the ultimate, right? Because it heals. Also, having the follow-up, which is delayed a bit, right? But you do get the heal from the ult, then the follow-up. And then if you're also low, you also get this, which is a cleanse too, which is an AoE. Pretty damn nice. Another thing that's cool is when a character procs this, even if they are not below 6%, they still get healed because it's an AoE healing cleanse. So I say that's a pretty damn strong ability. Then, when used base attack, additionally regenerates 10 energy, then increases this unit's attack or outgoing healing by an amount equal to 25 to 10% of break effect, up to a maximum increase of 50 to 20 respectively. So that's pretty good. Give her break effect, she gets attack and outgoing healing. I mean, you're gonna probably be hitting the maximum regardless of what you do because you're supposed to build her break effect anyway. She's on the break team. In terms of builds, I'll probably make a build guide on her, but you could probably just give her Gallagher's relics. That's probably what I'm going to do, which is going to be the fire weakness one, you get break effect, and then the one where you do more damage is super break, because that's just how the break team is, right? She still should do very good damage because she's pretty much like an AoE Gallagher in a sense with that one. Her stat bonuses are 37.3% break effect, 18% HP, and 10% attack. These are all W's because it's break effect, right? So break team attack, which break effect can use that, and 18% HP, which is going to help her tank more hits. Now, eidolons, while I never suggest them, if you are curious what they are, we can go over them too. E1 Lingsha's weakness break efficiency increases by 50%. When an enemy unit's weakness is broken, reduces their defense by 20%. Wow, shocker, a fucking busted ass E1. Who would have fucking thought, man? Holy shit. Anyway, when using ultimate, increase all allies break effect by 40%, lasting for 3 turns. Then her fourth dupe is when Funyan takes action, restores HP equal to 40% of Lingsha's attack for an ally whose current HP is the lowest. I mean, that's cool and all, but high key wish it was like an AoE. Then at E6, we have, while Funyan is on the field, reduce all enemy units all type res by 20%. When Funyan attacks, additionally deals 4 instances of damage, with each instance dealing 5 damage equal to 50% of Lingsha's attack, and 5 toughness reduction to 1 random enemy unit. This prioritizes targets with both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness. Honestly, E1 and E2 are kind of the big ones because ult gives you break effect, and E1 gives her weakness break efficiency and reduces their defense by 20% when weakness broken, aka more damage. Wow, shocker. The game seems to have a weird, like, don't want to use the word fetish, I guess, with making a busted E1 and E2. So you're like, it's only E1 or E2. You know, I should get E1. And you're like, oh, I'm only one dupe away from E2. Let me get E2. Like, what happened to having like really good E4s? And you're like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to get that, but it'd be really good, cool if I did. They're like enticing you to something for the E1 and E2. But anyway, regardless of them being broken or not, Lingsha is an extremely good healer. I honestly think that if you are in need of another sustain, definitely can pick her up. She can definitely work in teams that aren't brick related. Is she going to be doing too much? Not really, but I mean, when your other option is someone like Lynx, right, or someone like Bailu, she's definitely going to be better than them, right, because all they're doing is providing sustain, right, and I think she'll do an absolute incredible job at that. While her sustain is a bit jank with the whole can only cleanse on the talent follow-up and then like having to ult to get the action advance for it, so it's not as on demand as someone like Gallagher. It is AoE, and she does have a lot of healing in her kit, which is going to help her out. If you're not using her on break team, you're probably going to want to run either like her signature light cone or a different light cone to get some bonuses for the team. I'm trying to remember, is it Quid Pro, right? The one that gives energy. You can probably run that. If you're not running her on break, she's really not doing too much for the team. So someone like Ho is going to be more beneficial because Ho gives attack and energy, but she still works, right? Obviously, you do want to run her on break, which is going to be a bit rough because we do have Gallagher. I do think Lingsha is a upgrade from Gallagher, just because she's going to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? More. Oh my gosh, I actually cannot think of the word. I'm like, English, please. I'm like, I need like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast right now, please. Um, Bro, for some reason I want to say coherent. That is not the word I'm looking for. Someone in the comments has already said like, dude, you're looking for this word, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you're so correct. Like, but yeah. Anyway, consistent. There we go. Holy crap, consistent. Took me a second. Sorry. She's gonna be more consistent of a healer than Gallagher. Gallagher's definitely gonna have a more like weakness break efficiency. or like how much you break someone's toughness than Lingsha, just because of being able to, you know, attack, ult, action advance into the big hit, right? Plus, he also does lower attack, which Lingsha doesn't, so that is a debuff that you can get off of on for like teams like Acheron as well. I'm not saying she doesn't, she also has the ultimate one, right? But that is something to keep in mind. In terms of other teams, I guess you could run on follow up because she does have a follow up. Obviously, venturing is going to be better, but if you don't have venturing and you need sustains, like you just started around Fei Zhao, she wouldn't be a bad pickup. She definitely could work while a little jank. It does work, right? She does have follow ups, so I mean, yeah, there's that. Other than that, it's not too much to talk about Linkshia. If you have an E6 Gallagher and you're content with him, I'd say you can skip her, right? If you don't have Gallagher at all, or you're rocking like E1 and you don't have any other sustains, you're running like Gallagher and like, let's say like you have like Natasha or Bailu, or maybe you have a limited sustain like Ho or Luocha, definitely consider picking her up. It's always good to have at least two premium sustain units. I feel like most people, even if they have Luocha, which I think is the worst of the bunch, they still get by and he still works fine, right? Other than that, I think I have what, three? I have Fushuan, uh Huohuo, and Adventuring. So I think I'll be okay. I kind of want to summon because I actually really do like Lingsha, and the bunny she summons are very cute. But I think I'll pass just because I'm fine with who I have. They pretty much cover all my bases. But if you are someone who doesn't have their bases covered, or you just don't have Gallagher at all, she is a pretty good pickup. But honestly, kind of an easy skip if you have Gallagher all kitted out, because she's not in that much better than him, but she is better, right? So she is a upgrade on paper for the healing. And in terms of break, I'd have to use them side by side. Obviously, I can't change the one in the event to match mine. So I can't say for certain if Gallagher actually is doing more break damage, but I know for a fact she is a better healer. And the fact that Gallagher can't break AoE. So if there's multiple enemies, 100% Lingsha is going to be better. If there's only one enemy, I'm sure Gallagher is going to actually be a tad bit better. But obviously, you're going to want E6 Gallagher to really compete, so he has all the buffs at his disposal. While Lingsha, I'm budgeting her based off of E0. But other than that, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments if you're going to summon for her, if you like her design, if you're going to stick with E6 Gallagher, if you're going to just not use her at all and just hope you get more dupes in Gallagher. Let me know in the comments, and of course don't forget to like, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.